Is it possible that the Tinubu we have in the Aso Rock Villa is a clone and not the original or the old Tinubu that we used to know? Is it possible? We need to begin to ask these questions because considering what people actually rumored, not only within Nigeria, in fact, the same rumor was peddled concerning even Joe Biden when they considered his actions now vis-a-vis his actions before. The same was peddled against Buhari. And right now, when you watch this kind of video about Tinubu, the same speech that he made now, and you compare it to the Tinubu in Aso Rock right now, I don't know. But for me, when I consider it, I begin to wonder if it is the same Tinubu. You know why? It looks as if Tinubu 12 years ago is campaigning or protesting against Tinubu today. Everything he said about the Jonathan administration can be taken and just applied to the same Tinubu administration today. So I ask again, is it possible that the Tinubu we have in Aso Rock Villa right now is a clone? What happened? What changed? Everything he said about fuel subsidy is the exact same thing he's doing today. Everything he complained against the Jonathan administration is exactly the opposite he's doing today. What happened? What changed? He complained about our refineries not working. He complained about electricity being a lie. Today, he is president of Nigeria. Refineries are not working. Electricity is a lie. In fact, he has even gone ahead to make it even worse by increasing electricity that we don't see. Now we pay for band A electricity and get band Z. Everything he spoke against. Freedom to protest, he protested. Now he's pursuing everybody that protested against him. In fact, let me even shock you. He's going after people who didn't even protest against him. The youth of Nigeria came out to protest on August 1, 2024. And Tinubu rolled out his machinery, state security, against them. And the youth went ahead and were complaining that the likes of NLC did not support them to protest. The likes of TUC did not support them to protest. The pastors and the imams, the celebrities, the youth complained that these people did not come out to protest. Civil society organizations, CSOs, like SERAP, did not join them to protest. The youths were complaining. I complained. Only for us to hear that the DSS raided the office of SERAP that did not protest, arrested NLC President Joe Ajaero that did not join us in the protest. So, 12 years ago, Tinubu had the freedom to protest against Jonathan. 12 years after, in 2024, Tinubu is president. And he did not only dispatch protesters with brute force, he's even going after people who did not protest. Are you sure the Tinubu that is in Aso Rock today is not a clone? Is it the same Tinubu of 12 years ago? Is it? Did they do something to him in France that changed him? This ADC that is always carrying a bag behind him, what is the content of that bag? What is the effect of the content on that bag on Tinubu? Are we sure it is the same Tinubu that we used to know that he's still president today? We need to ask these questions. Something is clear to me though. I know some people like Ruben Abati has come out to say that, oh, perhaps some juju, charms, or there's an effect of the Aso Rock Villa on people. There's no juju in Aso Rock. Let nobody deceive you. It is the effect of the IMF and the World Bank and the CIA and the America's NSA. The effect they have on governments of countries whose leaders do not put the interest of their people first. Take note, beware. The propaganda machine of Tinubu is in motion to discourage people from coming out. Everything he said 12 years ago, that the people are patient, but that the people's patience should not be allowed to run out. The same thing is doing today, pushing Nigerians. Nigerians are patient, so patient that you'll expect them to protest the way Tinubu protested 12 years ago, and they are just taking it. But Tinubu should now take his own warning. He should not take the patience of Nigerians for granted. And Nigeria, please, wake up. Because your silence is being interpreted to mean patience. If you continue like this, what he said 12 years ago will come to pass. You will continue to endure and endure until you face death. The intimidation tactics of Tinubu using security agencies to harass dissenting opinion, oppositions, we must speak against it too. And we must all be seen to be speaking against it. At least, if we don't have physical weapons, we have our mouth to talk. You can't beat a child and ask the child not to cry. It is our right to speak against policies of government that are not favorable to us. And you know the funny thing? Even Tinubu himself knows that his policies are not favorable to us. And then he even has the mind to tell us that he wishes there was another way, but that there is no other way. We have to just take it. Come on, Nigeria. We must begin to speak against this administration of Tinubu with our collective voices. Let your voice be heard. Because NLC issued a statement asking for the reversal of the increase in price of petrol, now we are hearing DSS, NIA, Nigerian police, maybe Nigerian Navy next, or Nigerian Army. Everybody is calling him now. They are doing investigation. Terrorism sponsorship. Now, I will not support anybody to sponsor terrorism. Of course, I have been even against violent revolution. But the way and manner the security agencies are going about these investigations looks very, very suspicious at the least. It looks like they're trying to just silence everybody so that nobody will talk. And that is against everything that Tinubu said 12 years ago against Jonathan. We must begin to speak up. Tinubu knows what is going on in the NNPC. Recent documents from NUPRC, Nigerian Upstream Regulatory Commission, information coming out from international agencies show that Tinubu knows what is going on in the NNPC and that the NNPC does not need to increase the pump price of petrol. Tinubu knows. So for him to now begin to roll out the machinery of state against people that are saying reverse the price is undemocratic. At least let us remind him about this much. Let us remind him about this much. Enough is enough. We cannot continue like this.